Nico! Cookie catch. Shoot. Minutes. 2 minutes, Nico. Turn. Carl. Hey everybody, welcome to SnowRunner Wednesday. I have managed to make it back. My week has been crazy busy at work. I was a little worried I wasn't going to make it on time. Damn you, Tay. Or flip side, hey, thanks for the early hydration while it's still hot. And hey, DJ Kooky, welcome in. I gotta do a quick instant stream hydration here. Wait. Oh, okay. Phew. I was worried because I've been having an issue with this new sound mixing software. Damn you, KDP. I found that it auto mutes my microphone sometimes, but I don't know what the rules about it happen to be. It would be kind of cool if I understood how and when, but yeah, I read that and instantly I look. Fortunately, I got the fancy... let go of the cable. There we go. I got the fancy, pretty light-up mic. So at least I know that I'm muted if it goes dark on me, which it does from time to time. Here we go. This one's KDP's here. There you go. Well, then, you know what, Tay? That's good timing. And it's still hot coffee, so I'm all for it. So this week, I have an early day every day except for Friday. Luckily, I managed to get Friday as... No, damn you, Nico. My Friday is going to be a normal day for me. Today, I had to be in the office. It was supposed to be an all-day thing. All-day new employee training, even though I've now been there for more than 3 months. Okay, well, this one's Nico's. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. Coffee Monkey. Coffee Monkey's getting a workout here. I'm going to have to make that hydrate cost more points, apparently. Or I need to bring a whole pot of coffee over. But yeah, originally they were threatening to make me be in the office all day long so that I could attend virtual online meetings from the office, which frustrates the living hell out of me. But luckily, I only needed to do 2 of those hour-and-a-half long meetings. Second option is best option. Second option to what? Were there options? Did I miss out on something? I probably missed out on something, but that's all fine.
Snakes.
Hey, old bacon face, welcome in. Nope, we have saved the snow all just for you. It's in another castle though, so you may have to wait a little bit before we actually just have a whole pot. When I worked at AT&T and then all of its derivative spin-offs after that, I had a manager, and he, during the course of a single work day, 8-9 hours long, would drink 3 pots of coffee down in his office. His coffee carafe, it was your typical Mr. Coffee glass thing, not one of the fancy metal ones, but it was so corroded inside and out from continuous use that he'd take it home about once a year and give it a vinegar bath to try to break down, and it would do nothing. He would drink too much coffee. He's probably dead by now because that was quite a while ago. But normally Master Jedi and I will split a pot over the course of a day together. But today, since I had to leave early, she didn't want to have to figure out how to drink a whole pot on her own. So I went by Starbucks on my way into the office. And I think she had to drink some of what Coffee Monkey here is carting around. Oh, the gutter cookie. But I like the spin. The spin definitely makes that work, even though it's kind of sad. So anyway, I was able to get out of the office early. And then my manager has been on vacation for weeks. Wow. The one guy that I got hired on to help out, he's leaving on vacation. Well, he's gone for vacation now as of 2 o'clock Pacific time. So at 2 o'clock today, I just quit working. Look at me. I was actually here and ready to go early. It's like those soups that are constantly stewing, except the beans are coffee beans. In his case, yeah, it seriously was. I honestly don't know why he didn't just have a giant jar of instant and constantly make it as he needed it instead of, well, I guess it's because he drank the brewed stuff so fast that he never really had to worry about it getting too acidic or cold or whatever the hell might happen to coffee if you let it sit around for too long. Based on my experiences with coffee that sat out too long at coffee shops, it turns to ass, and no one, I would say no one likes to drink ass, but I'm sure there are some people out there because there's a yum for every yuck. That's what I've always said. Everyone knows that about me. So anyway, we're going back to North Carolina today. I have done a lot of driving in the past week off stream. I have completed almost all of the currently exposed tasks. I've done them all on 3 out of the 4 maps. There's 3 or 4 left on this one map that I'm looking at. There are a small handful of tasks that are unavailable to me. Usually that means you have to complete some of the contracts in order to unlock the tasks for them to show up. So I'm not too worried about those. Within the game, it does give you a list of all the contracts and all the tasks by name. And I think they even give you the descriptions. They just don't tell you where they are in normal mode. You may or may not have access to that in hard mode. I actually haven't looked. So I'm getting close to finishing up the tasks. I did get all of the damned miserable contests out of the way. The last two were killing me. It took me 45 minutes to get through one of them and 7.5 hours of driving up the hill, racing down the hill, driving up the hill, racing down the hill over and over and over and over and over and over before I finally beat that bastard. Now I got the gold. I made sure that the game properly saved so that I got credit for it, and now I don't have to touch any more contests until season 13 comes out. Ooh. Tay got modded. You can say ass. Well, okay. I guess if I had read the whole sentence first, I might have tried to save Nico's feelings a little bit, but this is between you and Nico. You two go figure that out. A gajillion milligrams of caffeine a day. That I think that's what he was getting. He originally worked in construction. I think that's where he got into needing the coffee habit, because he would work 12 to 16 hour days of hard physical labor, like prison, I think is how construction is done. And then somehow he got into software management. Every once in a while he'd pretend to tell that story, but he never really told it properly. So I don't know how he made that over, but yeah, he definitely got that way. I don't know, you prefer Northwest Carolina. Well, I didn't get to make the level, so North Carolina is all we have here. So I'm playing normal mode, so that means the sun only lasts like 4 hours out of the 24-hour scaled down day on here. So I've got to pause to save me some sunlight. What I just finished doing last night, after I finished doing Pathfinder for the night, and before I could go to bed, and while Nico was streaming, so I could cheat on him a little bit, is there was a medium log trailer with medium logs on it that the logging company had lost, and they wanted the trailer back, but they did not want the logs. So I had to go find something to do with these logs first, rather than just throw them in the mud puddle, because that's littering. So I found a task that needs 4 loads of medium logs, and there just so happened to be 4 loose trailers with extra logs on them across, I think they're on 3 out of the 4 maps. So I decided, hey, I will drive. This is the only one that has to go the full 2 maps to this location and back. So last night, I spent about an hour. I just drove it all the way across there, delivered the logs, and then I had to drive it all the way back over to here, to the I think this is a crafting facility here where you can build cabins, because this is where they wanted the trailer without logs delivered. So I drove it all the way back, got it delivered, saved the game, brushed my teeth, went to bed, because I had to be up early so I could go into the office today and attend virtual meetings in person. It's the dumbest thing ever. I did win the new employee giveaway contest. I got some swag points. So in addition to, I'm wearing my Potato King sweatshirt again. I might be getting a company logoed sweatshirt, I don't know, in the next 6 to 8 weeks, however long it takes them to put that stuff together. So totally makes going into the office worthwhile. Oh, wow. Tay has issues with, I'm going to guess you've really got issues with all of the Carolinas. Swaggy Jedi. I like it. I'm going to go with that. I wish they gave me a new employee. Actually, you know what? Technically, they did. My team did hire one more person in to come and help me help the one guy that was working on this project solo. I'm supposed to be the one to kind of train him up now that I've had a whole 90 days worth of training, so obviously I know everything about the product and the company. He's been going really slow, and he has been out a lot, so cross our fingers that this relationship is actually going to keep going. So, yeah, I had to go to bed, so I delivered the trailer. I wanted to get a quick look. That's the recipe for cabins. There is a place on a different map that will build cabins in exchange for gasoline or diesel, whatever you deliver them. This one wants metal rolls and wooden planks. A little harder to come by. I don't know if they exist here, but I'm not actually screwing around with the cabins yet. In fact, I've got my little spreadsheet. You can't see my spreadsheet. You'll just have to trust me. That is keeping track of all of the loose goods and materials so that I don't have to go find them all in warehouses and things. There is a little town left on this map that has a bunch of little houses that I guess aren't being guarded anymore. Yeah, this trio over here. No one's guarding them, so you can steal a whole bunch of bricks. The wooden planks that we'd need for the cabins here if I need to build them that way, so I may keep the wooden stuff here. And I think there's a few metal beams and a couple other things mixed around between these 3 houses, so I'm keeping those in mind. That's the only loose stuff lying around on this map here anymore. I do have 3 more tasks. I've already delivered the service spare parts to the Fishing Festival. I just need to do some short logs. Short logs actually just live right over here on this same map. That could be a real quick delivery. But I am thinking what might be more on task for this week. Let me get out to the other map here. Is back here on Pineline Bay, There is a warehouse right here, this blue roofed one. It's the one that wants the 4 deliveries of medium logs. I've delivered 1, and there are 3 more medium logging trailers with logs just hanging out, waiting to go someplace. 2 of them are right over here on the other side of the map. Because I am a cheap bastard, I don't want to spend money to take the little ferry across the water. So I'm going to need to drive them up and around through the mud, but then there's a lot of pavement. Should be fairly easy going, except that these trailers are super crazy tippy, and they're those stupid front fork dolly things that if you try backing one up, boom, it's going sideways on you. And if you get into too deep a mud puddle and it decides it wants to lean a little bit, it will dislodge the logs so that they unpack. They stay in the trailer, but they're no longer packed, so that means you can't deliver them without repacking them. And if one falls out, then you got to go get a truck with a crane. It's a Mishegoss. So Mishegoss is content, so that's what I'm kind of expecting will probably happen. The one other spot, where did this mount? In the reactive zone, there is one other logging trailer over here. I think that looks like its silhouette right there. That is it. I think I have to be active on this map. Oops, there's an accident. I've actually cleared all of my trucks off of this map. Huh, wow, they've all been driving someplace. Okay. If you have a truck on the map, it will actually show you what's in the trailers. But I have abandoned all hope, ye who entered here. Let's see if I've got anyone in the garage. I'm going to start with this one, because this is the only one that's going to have to go across maps. Okay. We can take care of this. Quick and easy. There's nothing else on this map that I want to do in the immediate future, or the immediate present. And I've already done it in the immediate past, so we're good. So we're going to go ahead and recover this truck. Let me get these glasses off so I can start reading some of these prompts here. Oh, also, let me shrink that down so I can actually see chat and pay attention. Yes, I definitely have the flip counter active at the beginning of stream here. The day after Fat Tuesday miracle, yeah. Because Ash Wednesday miracles don't sound, well, they sound more religious than fun, straight up, honestly. When I lived in Omaha, Omaha is a big Catholic town because there used to be a tremendous Italian presence there. It was one of the biggest mafia towns in the U.S. Maybe right now, definitely in the past. So there's a huge Italian presence, so it is a very strong Catholic city. The Ash Wednesday crosses that I hadn't ever really noticed in large quantities in any place else were everywhere in Omaha. Just an offhand fact while I was waiting for this to load in here. I got to retain you away because I'm sure that I'm not in the right location. Oop, I got to take this back off. I've done my retention. I need my local map. Yeah, this is back in Flatland. We don't need to be in Flatland. We need to be over here in the reactive zone because that sounds safe. You're oh, here we go.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Yeah, I'm sure that building this reactor is going to go perfectly fine once I get to those contracts. There's nothing to worry about there. I do hope that they have some fun animations for when you complete each of the 3 regional activities, though. I was so happy that when you built the ski lift, the gondola cars in Scandinavia, that it actually went to a little movie animating that. My absolute favorite so far has been building the rocket in Amur. I would like to see more of that. And since this is the big 4-map year 3 finale, I'm hoping that they put a bunch of that stuff in. Okay, we're going to storage. We're going to bust the Tega back out. I don't think I need to make any changes to him. He looks perfectly fine. And we actually start... How close do we start? Yeah, we're on the same the same map side here. So if I come out of the garage, drive around the little plaza, I believe there is a contract to build that plaza, so that'll be fun to see what we do. We're going to pick up these logs, and we need to go to Pine Line Bay. Oh, perfect. So we're going to pass that. We're going to come up this way. I might have, a fuel carrier and a service trailer. So I can do repairs there on my way by if I need to as well. And then we're heading to Pine Line Bay with it. Okay, let's get that set. Alright, we're double horning and off we go. Oops, wait a minute, I gotta put the readers back on here. I hope I get to drive to the moon. I've got almost 1,000 hours in this game on the Switch. And I'm getting close to 100 hours on my Steam Deck and Mac combined now, so I may well have driven to the moon by now. Does it tell me total distance driven? Distance traveled, 509,000 kilometers. I think that's kilometers. Maybe that's meters. I don't know. It's not strong on the labeling in a lot of things. Would that be 509 kilometers? It seems like I've driven more than that. Yeah, I don't know. But that sounds like it's probably plenty. If it is kilometers, that is enough to have gotten to the moon. Do we have a celestial body? Some of these regions actually do have a really nice full moon up in them. Some of them don't, in favor of throwing up the Aurora Borealis. I think the really cold Russian ones and the Scandinavian one, they went that route with it. Interestingly, I don't really seem to be able to stare straight into the sun. That's kind of a bummer. Although it's probably just for my own safety. Get all them damn kids staring into the sun while playing their game, and all of a sudden the lawsuits come pouring in. It's a tale as old as time. Check on the volume levels. This truck isn't too bad. One small downside to this fancy new audio mixer is that the way I have it set up now is that the mixer is doing all the sound level mixing, and then it dumps it in as a single channel into OBS. So I can see the overall volume meter on OBS. If I want to monitor the individual channels, I got to crane my head a little bit farther because I got the box sitting off farther that way. And, I'm old now, so I get a crick in my neck at the drop of a hat. And also, because it's a physical device and it's got more channels than it has display space, you actually have to touch a button to go to page 2, which is how the cavemen monitored their audio levels, back in the day. But the overall still looks like it's doing good. If I was to break out the party Zix, I might have to turn the game down a little bit. Hey, look at us, right here in the middle of a field of logs. There's a trailer full of logs. Why, that's got an invitation to Ren and Stimpy all over it. Let's try this again. Attach trailer, there we go. All right. Alright, everyone,
hold on to your butt.
Hold on. These trailers are not entirely stable, and by not entirely, I mean kind of not at all. As I was doing some of my experimenting with the one trailer yesterday, I was finding that I have to go into one of these low gears. A, to help me keep slow, and B, because if you start feathering the gas pedal. This is me feathering the gas pedal, which is actually a trigger on the controller. And not a lewd movement. The truck will start to buck if you're in automatic. But if you're in one of the low gears, see, I'm doing it now, nothing. It just kind of casually glides to a stop. I think I have been finding that it's that bucking from gas on, gas off, Danielson, that causes the most trouble with these trailers. Also, it helps to be in this low gear going through the mud puddles because it keeps that wheel spin down so you get better traction. I'm going to biscuit risk it and gear back up because I only need to go so slow. Oh, yeah, oh, what? I'm rock. Oh, everybody slow down. Everybody be cool. Be cool, my babies. There we go. Now, I managed to not tip over the other trailer that I drove last night. I'm so proud of myself because that particular route had one of the gnarliest water crossings. Because it has great big rocks that you have to snake around, and then it's got a ton of those medium-sized rocks right in the middle of the path you have to follow that make one wheel at a time bounce up like crazy. So I was definitely I was actually having to do low to keep nice and slow to keep that trailer from rocking too hard. Because if the trailer's rocking, don't come a knocking. That's also something I've been known to say. No one knows what I mean when I say it, but I say it nonetheless. And honestly, that applies to most things I say. Everyone should know that by now. Where do I want to go? I'm going to go around to the side. I'm going to downshift. Because water crossings are the scariest. This one has a deep spot, but I just pulled the front end through. I'm going to leave it in low because I need to turn where that blue marker is and head up this hill. So we want to make a nice, slow and steady transition, crush down that stupid tree, and then I need to thread the needle here. If I could get the truck to just go straight. There we go. Because if you go off to the right, there's that extra tree hiding back there, and then you got to make that tight turn to not crash into those natural gas tanks. There's a water tanker. We'll be back for you someday. And do I need fuel? I'm going to go ahead and take some just in case. Okay, that one doesn't have any left. That one's just there for the repair points. That smaller tanker still has more fuel in it. There was a task to deliver that repair trailer to somebody. And then it said, hey, thanks a lot for bringing that to us. We don't want it. Why don't you keep it? And as it turns out, the truck I was towing it with had lost all of its suspension. So some of these trucks I've now discovered, they've updated the engine so that when you lose all of your suspension, even if you're raised, it drops it into a low rider, which is cool looking, but really, really bad for trying to drive around. So I used up a bunch of its repair points, and then all of its fuel, because why not? So now it's sitting there, so someday I can take it and sell it off at a trailer store. But that day is not today. Because today is a login day. Don't call it Kenny Loggin Day. Don't call it Kenny Loggin Day. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so far I'm not doing it. I think I'll get through it. Kerchunk. Now, if I really want to get feisty with it, when it comes time to get the other two trailers, I could tow another truck over there with me, hook both trucks up, and then form a road train to try to get them both back over roughly together. It would be super dangerous. And honestly, I'm on board for that because there's nothing more fun than dumping one of those stupid things sideways and then you have to go get the truck with the claw to come put them back in, and it can be kind of fun. But even if it goes well all the way across, that kind of tow configuration, they move so slowly. I've done a couple of experiments, and if the drive is decent, it's actually faster just to drive it twice than to tow the truck along behind you, which is a little disappointing. What I might do is tow a second cab over there, but then drive them back to deliver them separately. No, don't unpack the cargo. What the hell are you doing? There we go. There you go. My real maneuver there was just to get to the beacons, because you gotta have the beacons on. It's the only way this trailer stays upright. Ooh, yeah, secondary note. I gotta go update my spreadsheet to let myself know that I have grabbed these logs off of that other map. Oh, there's headlights. Because I have a lot of quartermaster duties to see to. Ooh, that hurt. Okay, that's gonna leave a mark. That's fine. We're still cooking. Also, I did have a small incident with a refueling error at one point. One of these gas stations, it was the one on the reactive area map, the prior one. If you just dive in and you start hammering the A button as soon as the prompt turns up, it actually means, hey, start loading fuel tanks onto the back of my truck, fueled barrels, not put gas in my tank. So I had all these extra fuel canisters. There's one contract left in the entire region here that actually wants those. So I've deposited those at the crafting station that I just passed. So they're sitting there temporarily. They are actually destined for where I'm going to go to pick up these extra 2 logging trailers. Ooh, the mud here is deep. Especially when you're pulling wood. That's a euphemism. Let's gear you up. We got to spend a little time in the water, so we're just going to stay in a low gear here. Yeah, this one's working for us. Oops. There we go. Spinning tires, but we're also making decent progress. I think. Maybe? Oh boy, are we actually stopped? Yeah, this heavy lumber here. Definitely slowing us down. Yeah, I don't want to be auto winching, I don't think, at this point. If I'm gonna need the help, I'm gonna need to pull from mid-body. There we go. Oh yeah, much more effective. Please get the front tires up. There we go. Then I need to swing over kind of hard because we got to keep this trailer level. Because it is a tip risk. Some of these splash sounds actually blend in a little too well with the game. Splash sounds brought to you by Sirenscape. Bunch of trailers that have been heavy enough. I've had to winch off of this conveniently placed tree. Maybe headed there again. Oh. Downshift helped. Keep rocking it. Oh, Nico, you monster! Yeah, well, apparently I'm capable of having a hand free here, so let's see. Okay, we're going to work the gas with our pinky and the steering wheel with our thumb. This seems like a really good recipe for dumping lumber in the swamp. But Coffee Monkey and I have been challenged, so here we go. Ooh, already just a little bit more than aggressively room temperature. Okay, that's good. At least it has that good, dark, instant coffee flavor. Oop, okay, let's speed this back up a little bit. Oh man, I think the Jedi household is about to get some popcorn. Which means, for everybody else's sake, I will go ahead and mute the mic at that point, because it gonna get loud up in here. I'm sorry, I should never say that. Okay, I'm just gonna go for the winch now, because I see that there's a convenient winching spot right there. Oh, don't you do it. Don't you do it, trailer. I'll just do a little pulse winching. Just a little occasional help you out kind of deal. Oh, popcorn incoming. Two minutes. 2 minutes, Nico. Hurt. There we go. Popcorn is complete, just as I discovered that in the damn SnowRunner Dark, I still had my winch attached to that tree. That's why I couldn't get over the little stump in the mud. Dumbass. Okay, but so far, I haven't tipped my load over, so I'm feeling decent about this. I think there's only one more water crossing before I get back to the garage area. Done a lot of trucking in the last week. I don't remember if I have a giant Paystar fuel tanker just sitting in the driveway over there still or not. I actually bet I could make it the rest of the way into town to deliver this without fueling up, but if it's sitting there, I'm gonna do it, by God. As soon as I release the clutch and go back to automatic, speed things back up a little bit, or come to a complete stop because there's a hill. Here we go. Now we're shifting. Fuel tanker's still hanging out. Once I get to contract work, this luxurious boy over here is going to have to start driving around some maps. Refuel off of the expanded tank. I've actually almost used half of it. Just as a convenient gas station on this side of the map, because the only other one is in town, right next door to where I'm going to drop these logs off. I won't downshift just for this. This is a nice level puddle at least, even if we're a little slow going through it with this cargo load. Ah, hot buttered popcorn. Although I suspect it's probably oiled rather than buttered. Avocado oil. I'm sorry, this just in. Avocado oil has been indicated. Oops, hang on here. I gotta hit the brakes. Oh my God, it's another mukbang string. Okay, I'm just gonna set the popcorn down there. None of you are going to be the wiser. Hot buttered popcorn. That's exactly the redeem I'm thinking of, but I don't have that, Nico, so you're on your own. You can play your own redeems in your head if you want to hear that. What is that from, by the way? It sounds really familiar. This popcorn's for Carl. Oh, Nico. Okay, if I spill my popcorn, you're in trouble, Nico. No, it's still going at least. A Wii U ad. Well, that explains why no one saw it, but bump. Oh, the poor Wii U. I still posit that if they had named it anything else, it would have sold at least twice as many. Which would not have been enough to make it a viable product, but it would have sold better. Here's hoping for the Switch U. That would be a genius move. I'm also still very hopeful that the ever-increasing rumble rumors of a Switch 2 unveiling, release announcement happens next month. I would kind of more buy into like an October release time frame, but to do an unveiling of it next month would be awesome. So I want faster load times. Honestly, I don't even care about the 4K. I'm fine with the regular old HD on here, so a 4K upgrade, if that's what it's got, 2 minutes would be nice.
2 minutes, Nico.
But what I want is that better loading speed on basically everything. I'm gonna dig these back out. Yeah, it was a terrible day. So Oh, Switch 360. They should totally do that because I don't know, the big rumor is that they were supposed to have a direct tomorrow, but I haven't really seen any detail about it, though I have been a touch busy today, so I could have easily missed it, but my understanding is that Microsoft is now holding on to some of their new cross-platform release announcements until after the Switch parts can be announced at the Switch Direct, supposedly tomorrow. But yeah, if Microsoft is going to get into bed with Nintendo on stuff going forward now, I think the Switch 360 is a totally viable option. And then after that, they can go for the Switch 1. And then the Switch X. Dude, I've got the roadmap all plotted out. Guaranteed winners. Regrettably, despite being an Xbox fanboy, I kind of topped out at the Xbox One. I never did get an X or an S because I ran into, I don't know, let's just call it a life phase where that one does have the 4K support. That one would be really nice to play on the big TV I've got downstairs, but we almost never use our downstairs area anymore. In part because it's a basement that actually sits 15 feet above the ground, so it's a little drafty under the floor, which means that room's just permanently cold. So, you know, we don't use it in winter at all. And then during the summer, I don't know, it just kind of fell out of fashion. I think Master Jedi's 16-hour school workdays played a lot into that. It's a lot easier for me to just hang out on this floor here on Butter Couch and do my stuff, kind of in the more localized space. Now all the rumors are starting to come through that Microsoft is going to kind of abandon the hardware. And, you know, where Xbox has really kind of become synonymous with the Game Pass, which is Windows and hardware, dedicated gaming console hardware. They'll just lean into that and do stuff for other people's consoles. Maybe even have Xbox Game Pass for Mac for the one person who would actually use it. I did go the slightly longer way around here than normal because I am terrified of what this trailer might have done if I did the straight direct through path over there. Also, my front end is weaving, so I gotta slow the hell down. That's better. Need to like this drive because I got to do this one 2 more times. For streaming purposes, I am just going to leave all of these extra logging trailers sitting over here at this warehouse after the delivery. And then once I return to my regular nightly off-stream snow running, then I'm going to run 2 of them back over to the trailer store, which ironically is right next to where the loaded trailers are currently sitting, which means I got to drive them all the way over here, and then I got to turn around and drive them all the way back to get them sold. But I'm going to sell off 2 of them. I'm going to keep the third of 3, however, because there are more medium logging missions to go. And there's one that should be quick and fairly easy to do on the other map. They actually want 2 short and 2 medium logs. There is no short logging trailer. You have to put a short log frame on a truck. But if you do that, and then you put a medium log trailer behind it, then you can do 1 of each kind on a single run. So I could get those 4 sets of logs delivered in 2 very short runs. I've got a use for at least 1 of these trailers. And only that one that I did last night was actually itself the trailer part of a mission. And I was fully expecting that after delivering it, they would say, "Oh, hey, yeah, great, we lost that. Thanks for bringing it back. Actually, we don't need it anymore. Why don't you keep it?" Because that's a common theme in this game. I wish it worked that way in real life for me. Oh, hey, you found my wallet with 10 grand in it. That's okay, I'm not using it. You just keep it. That's what I like. But they actually did take that one trailer away from me, so I'm going to have to pillage one of these remaining 3. Save me an extra trailer store trip to have to go buy another one, which I would then turn around and have to return later on. I do it just like prom dresses. I keep the receipt and I keep the tags on the trailer. That way I can return them for full credit when I'm done using them. It's smart planning, really. Okay, we're going to go a little gentle over here. I probably should have turned a little earlier, but that's okay. We can make this happen. Looking good on fuel, so I don't have to stop at this gas station up here on the way into delivery. I will hit it up on the way back out. Luckily, having completed all of the currently exposed tasks on this map, I've opened up a lot of the road blockages, so I don't have to take the extra detours. So that makes this trip run quite a bit faster. Oh, come to think of it, before I actually get to the delivery, I need to activate it. Everybody gets a log. Oh, no, actually, everybody gets a log. That's the easy one on the other map that I will do later. I thought this was everybody gets a log. Damn, I was excited about that. Is this filling space? Yeah, filling space. They had to cut down trees to clear the plot of land for the substation. What they're actually talking about... get over here. Damn it, let go of the cursor. This electrical substation over here. That's why there's a log trailer sitting right there, and there's a log trailer sitting right there. And even though there's 2 loads of logs, they actually want 4 because they're jerks and they want to make it a little harder. So some of the logs went to the sawmill, but not all of them. We need to get the rest of them to the town warehouse for further processing. But there's only 2 loads, so you had to go find these other 2 on your own, or go to an actual legitimate logging station. I don't know if there actually is a legitimate logging station on this map. Warehouse, generator area. All you have to do is look for the trees. You don't actually have to read it. No, there are no other logging stations on this map. So you had to go off map to get the other 2 sets of logs anyway. What a bunch of jerks. This dropped off. Two loads of logs have now been delivered. Drop that trailer there. Hey, good looking. We are going to come back for you later. One of the conveniences here is that if you can attach to one of these trailers and then you can winch the other one. I actually dragged the first logging trailer around that first map that I'd started on with the Tataran that could not attach to any trailer. I just towed it around by winch, including the really gnarly river crossing. One of my proudest moments in this game when I actually managed to get that thing from point A to point B without flipping it sideways. Yes, KDP, you will be getting a log, but not quite yet since I got too excited and I almost activated the wrong mission. But once we get there, I swear to you, you will get a log. I am going to send it to you personally. It's going to be on that same helicopter that's bringing you... I don't remember what it was bringing you, but it's still out for delivery. It's not Amazon, so I'm afraid the delivery service is a little arbitrary in how long it takes. It's not my fault, though. If you'd like to pay for express delivery, you can, I don't know, send me Bitcoin or something. I don't know. Oh, that's right. You're Frosty. Fortunately, I did pay a little extra. I got the helicopter with a little mini fridge with the little freezer compartment with the fold-down door. So they're keeping your Frosty cold. And it'll get there anytime. Is it a peppermint one? I believe it was a peppermint one. And you know, that's actually kind of a good thing right now for you, because you can't get a peppermint Frosty any other way now. You're stuck at... What the hell are they doing now? Like peach or something? I can't keep track of their damn seasonal Frosties. Also, I'm gonna give you a hot take right here. The Arby's Jamocha Shake, honestly, that's the way to go. They were, for a while, I don't know if they're still doing it, because I haven't been to an Arby's in a while, but for a while, Arby's was doing their roast beef on a King's Hawaiian bread bun roll things. Oh my god, that was good. Mix that up with some curly fries and a Jamocha Shake, and you got yourself a retirement party. Oops, that might have been a Freudian slip. Did I say retirement party? Is that... I don't remember my shortcuts. Yeah, actually, that was a shortcut over there. Oh, well. I think without dragging a trailer around, I'll go back faster the long way here. Anyway. Faster than I did in the wait. Slower than if I did it. Oh, we're making good time through the swamp, though. Everyone keep your eye out for ogres. Up that hill is the old detour, which actually wasn't a hard detour except for the 135-degree turn that you had to make at the top. It was not conducive to trailering. This way just has the giant rocks. Orange? Their new Frosty is just orange? I thought it was something more entertaining than that. And they keep bringing and taking bodies. Well, yeah, that's the helicopter that leads to the hospital. That is a different helicopter. That is not the one I put the Frosty on. Because everyone knows the Frosties and corpses do not mix. I mean, the injured people. Why would they fly a corpse there? You can just fly them right to the Soylent factory. No comment. Okay, now we're on pavement. Now we are hauling the buttocks. You know, honestly, it's too late now. What I really should have done was just gone ahead and taken that same trailer and then towed that miserable little red wagon that I'd almost rather throw into the river, except for the fact that I would like to get the cash for it, and just towed those all the way back over to the trailer store, because I'm going right by it anyway. Oh well, lost opportunities. That's why this is not a hard mode playthrough. So it's definitely a thing I would want to do on hard mode. Although on hard mode, I think you still do get paid for selling off trailers, but you only get half their value. But since I didn't buy either one of those, half is more than the zero I would have paid, so... should have thought about that. The other thing I want to do is consider, in the interest of speeding things along a little bit, is grab another truck, tow it over with me, and then even if I drive them back separately, at least that way I won't have to do this entire return drive while on stream. I'll do a slightly slower than normal tow over, but then we can do a quick drive back, and I might... The Femme is sitting over there. The Femme is not optimal for this, I don't think. Oh crap, hang on, I'm gonna be back in the refueling range here. We are gonna top off as long as we are here. Let's go take a look at the garage. Do I have the Voron over here, or is it back on the other map? It's back on the other map. Is the reactive? No. So it must be down here in the flatlands. Yes. Oh, is this... Oh, crap. This is going to do the... Oh, I apologize. This is going to do the load. Well, that's okay. While this loads, let's sample a little popcorn. Ooh. Rather than butter, it's been spritzed with avocado oil. And Master Jedi has discovered this magical black truffle salt that comes from a salt company. Crap, I can't remember. I don't think it's Jacobson Salt. It's a local salt company that makes amazing salts. But this one is from a different company. Midway, Mayfair. No, those are definitely wrong. Oh, hey, we made it here. Okay, now comes the unfortunate part. In order to get it over here to this map, we're going to have to do another reload. This is why I want a Switch 2. Even this exact same game with the exact same coding, the loading time like this is supposed to be dramatically increased. Just their overall data transfer rate. Because this is all sitting... Yeah, they don't have hard drive platters, so it's not that it's slow disk access. This is on an SD micro card. It should be able to just suck data right off that thing, but it is so slow at processing it. Let me double check. Let me read this before. Hey, look at that. Sirenscape crew. Welcome in. Thanks for coming to visit. Oh, hey, good timing.
Just look at him, folks.
There's
He's
our
trying.
good buddy, Dan Servo.
Yeah, you're right. What the swarm, man? What the hell am I supposed to do?
Nice save.
Storm Sorter. He's the last
What the
one.
fuck was that?
That scream.
There you go. Trouble's here. Oh, man, we got a whole mix. We got shout-outs. We've got welcome sounds. We have everything going simultaneously. Hey, everybody, especially all of the new viewers back over on the Sirenscape channel before I had to abandon you. I am Lone Jedi. I do on Wednesdays, I do a lot of SnowRunner streaming. And I am a fancy pants who has found a way to integrate the Sirenscape role-playing sounds into my non-role-playing games, because that's the way I like to roll. Look at that, they got trucks. Oh, so many good horns. Steve, I am very excited about this new modern city soundscape, because I'm pretty sure it's going to have more sound effects that I can also use, but I got all this other good stuff. We got all the standards. I've even got a toilet, just in case. Truckers got to go, So, I have just finished doing a bunch of really slow transitions between maps, because I needed an extra truck over here on this map for me. What I need to do is make sure that this one is equipped correctly. Yes. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So, I'm collecting lumber from around the world. We're playing in North Carolina, by the way. There is a nuclear reactor that needs building, and who better to build it than a truck driver? Because I've probably got appropriate certification for doing that kind of thing. I'm sure that's how it works. It's North Carolina. They're probably pretty lax on mandates. The current mission that I'm working on is I need to deliver a whole bunch of medium-sized logs to a warehouse in town because of reasons. The reasons are usually a little thin. And there just so happen to have been some medium logging trailers scattered around North Carolina. I'm running around collecting them, doing the delivery. I got 2 left to go. Oh, am I waiting for it? Wait for it. There, the balloons. I love this so much. I got 2 left to go. They are actually very near to each other, but they are very, very top heavy. It is dangerous to try to attach one trailer and then winch tow the other one. So I'm driving I'm going to have one truck tow the other one over there. But I'm probably going to have to drive them back separately, but it's going to save me a little bit of time. Beacons on for safety, everybody. Toilets are definitely vital, especially on a truck. And I'm sorry, Rob. I missed your shout out, but it looks like it did automate it correctly. Have you picked up any new clips? That's the big question. I got Dan's. Chalissa has the sound effect. Steve has the sound effect, but only Dan has the video shout out because Dan's the only one who streams regularly enough to have one. But Rob Saw, Getting Spooky with Rob. He's got a new show. His runs on Thursdays. Everyone be sure you go check him out. I know there's the one clip that I put together that's been running, but you need to be sure you got a ton of clips to choose from here. Why does he have 3 points? That's new. I hope you tow. Yep, okay, well, that seems to grab hold. So we're off and we're running. Tonka's got the redeem. One of the two on this redeem has really good stereo propagation. I don't think that one is it. They still have some good sounds. I think that one I may, or maybe it was just the horns. One of those. I know the horns. Maybe the trucks. That got pulled over as an exclamation point command you can also use. Although honestly, I don't know what the hell else are you going to use channel points for around here. I really should invest a little more time and effort into doing things. I don't know. Maybe fun things. Maybe just things. Oh, KDP, you are a monster. Because at this point, I think... oh, hey, everybody new? Welcome to the show, Coffee Monkey. It's okay. It's not cold yet. Having lived in Colorado and then Nebraska for 173 years combined, the notion that Portland has declared a winter weather emergency tonight, even though I don't think... it's down to 38 right now. The high today was this morning at 34. It's not going to get below freezing today, but there is a winter weather freeze advisory going on, even though it's not going to actually freeze. Ooh, hang on, I'm stuck on a tree. Excuse me while I get this fixed up. There we go. So what was I pontificating on? That it's supposed. Oh yeah. So it's deathly cold, even though it's not really that cold. But it is cold enough that inside the house here, the temperature's dropped to kind of the base level where the heater's kicking on, and that means poor Coffee Monkey over there bleeds off heat a little bit faster than I would normally want. Although this morning. Oops. Settle down, Voron. You don't need to... That's inappropriate. This is not a nature show. There we go. Thank you. And somewhere around here I have to turn. Yeah, up here. That's where I want to turn. Okay. So yeah, Coffee Monkey gets a little cold, a little fast. I did have to go in to work in the office today. I think I've bitched enough about that early in the stream, so we're just going to let that skate on by this time. But as a side effect, I didn't get to make my pot of coffee today. When I do have a pot available, Darth Mug comes out to play, and Darth Mug is super thermal. It's a Corksicle, which is apparently a big fancy brand name. You know, it's no Stanley mug apparently, but it's really good thermal. It holds the temperature very well. Darth Mug easily lasts an entire stream and then some. No, come. Oh, I apologize, everyone. TOS. I don't. Okay, well. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take advantage of it though. I'm getting. It's like I have 10-wheel drive this way, I suppose. This is filthy. I'm gonna get demonetized, I know it. Oh, hey, there's Tonka. Am I I'm stuck on something, but it's really hard to tell what, because there is a disaster going. I think. Oh, did his front wheels may have glitched into my back wheels. This has international incident written all over it. Stanley mugs are apparently great if you think your vehicle might catch fire. Also, I am 100% in the group that when the news first broke, some whining and grousing about the pink Stanley Cup. I figured, well, if someone wants to make a replica of the Stanley Cup and like take it to their hockey games or whatever to show it off, I don't care what color it is. I mean, knock yourselves out. Anyone who's a fan of hockey deserves to have any color cup they want. And then I learned the terrible, terrible truth that it was actually just the Stanley brand making some borderline crabby mug. I haven't really heard anyone talk about how great the mug is, just that it's the most trendy thing you could possibly ever want to have. Okay, we're going to try towing them with a little more lead this time. Red and white, all the way. Oh. Okay, I'm going to have to make an exception for Red Wings, because Red Wings suck. You can't have a cup colored after them, but anybody else. And for the record, that goes for Dan as much as for you. If you want to have a dot suit mug, I'll go with you on that one. He was awesome. Just too bad he didn't get to play for a different team. Earlier shenanigans is why I really shouldn't risk making a road train and having both of us hook up to appropriate trailers and try bringing them back together. Because I don't want him getting saucy again and causing everybody to lose their load. Logs are a special commodity in this game. The blue cranes that I've got on both of these trucks, they cannot pick up logs. You have to get a logging crane, which entails taking extra time and stuff. But most of this is just kind of miring in the mud. It's not too tippy. Well, I say that and then I get to this right here. This stretch might be a little challenging. Out of the low gear. So out of the water. Now for real advanced level, there's actually a pass that runs across the top of that hill over there that doesn't have any mud because you're driving across the hilltop there, but it's a hilltop. And there is one stretch that really makes it a shortcut on the other side, back by the garage, where you depart the road and you just drive straight down the hill. And it's got a degree of safety. Not a high degree, but it's doable. I've towed some trailers down there, but I don't know about the logs. Oh, that little narrow gap there might need a little custom negotiation with the trailer. I may go ahead and tow us together back to the first point where it starts to get kind of scary. Datsun Zetterberg line, still your favorite in history. Nope, stop doing that. You know what, in this case, you're actually making it more difficult for me. Miss Moon! Welcome in late in the stream. It's... Good lord, it's... Alright, hang on. I'm gonna do it quietly because I don't want to do math on stream because I promised not to. But it's like after 1 in the morning for you. Are you crazy? Oh, by the way, boom. I'm still the Potato King. Still to this point, I have not found any potato missions in this season. Although I was pretty seriously worried about it. The Voron, I apologize for this, the Voron has really been acting up as we're trying to come through the mud. I've got the winch disconnected and it still won't get off of me. Can I get my rear axles to slide to get the Voron to let go? There. Yeah, once I start to get bogged down in the mud, it's... the Voron clearly is doing much better in the mud than the Tega is. Like I said, I've been really digging the Voron. Like the piggybacking. Piggybacking? Oh, that piggybacking. Yeah, it's a violation of Twitch TOS, so I'm trying to pretend like it didn't happen. Yeah, definitely, apparently, the Voron has much better mud tires than the Tega does, which is a bit surprising. I think without the trailers... Oh, I can go back to higher gear here. I think without the trailers, I can safely-ish cut across... Oh, God. Oh, God, here he comes. The Voron's making its move. Whew. With the trailers and 2 trucks towing, I will probably not risk this. Oh, okay. Nope, not a bendy tree. In this tow configuration, I'm going to take the shortcut. So I need to go get 2 medium logging trailers loaded down with medium logs, and then I got to get them all the way back around to town. And I am too tight-fisted to pay for a ferry. Because I am playing this normal mode game for max cash. I have no ability to spend the amount of money that I currently have in this game. So I'm just practicing to be a real-life billionaire, really. We're going to road train over here together, and then I'm probably going to drive back separately. We may road train together until things get a little dicey, but then I'm gonna spool this up. Maybe get through this part of the swamp as far as we can go, then I'll shut down one, drive the other one over to the garage where it can stop to refuel. Then I'll hop back over here, grab the second truck, catch them up, and then pair them up for most of the rest of the drive. Hey, Rob! Thanks for the sub. Oh, now you got access to the best damn emotes in town. At least you got access to the truck one, so that when I eventually flip something over, you can mock me with it. And really, that's the real point in having custom emotes, is for self-mockery. And for your pets. Pets and mockery. That's what emotes are good for. Yeah, that's it exactly. On Saturday, I will be going back to Legend of Grimrock again. I don't know how many levels there are in that dungeon. It seems like there ought to be a whole bunch. I wanted to consult a map for something, so I pulled up a map online, and because I wasn't guarding appropriately towards spoilers, it looked like it was trying to tell me that the level that I'm currently on is the bottom level, except that there are very clearly also stairs that go down someplace else, so I think I kind of spoiled myself, but also at the same time got a lie for a spoiler, so hopefully there's a lot more levels. I loved that game before. I love that game now. I don't think I actually got any farther down than the level that I'm currently on right now. I guessed before that I was at 70 or 80% complete, but I don't know where I got that number from. I probably just made it up because that would be so like me. Okay, let's prepare to divvy stuff up a little bit. I'm going to drop you Mr. Voron right there. I am gonna go load up this trailer. Bunch of monsters parked it right in the middle of a field of stumps. Let's get you back out onto the pavement. I might actually have the Voron lead on the return trip, since his mud tires seem to be doing better. Just gonna park you right here. Stop engine. Boop. Okay, beacons and headlights. Now we're safe. Agree. Come for the emotes, stay for the trucks. Yeah, they work either way. Come for one, stay for the other. Come for both, stay for neither. I don't know, whatever. As has become my total catchphrase, I'm not your mom. But it could be for the right price. Hey, there's some truck horns. The horniest stream on Twitch. Oh, I should trademark that. And here we go. Trailer load number 2. Yeah, they mentioned, well, we left logs lying everywhere. And yeah, you did, but I can't do anything with those logs. I can only mess with these 2 that you left behind.
For Carl!
Garl. Oh, that's one of the other things I cannot wait for, is the Sea of Stars DLC. God only knows when they're going to have that DLC ready to ship, though. It still sounds to me like they are just in the, hey, I wonder what we should do kind of phase for that. I would not be surprised if this is a, maybe it'll be ready by the end of 2025 kind of deal. But the day it's released, I'm coming back and I'm streaming that day. I will take the day off of work if I have to stream the return to that DLC. Also fun news, Friday, March 1st, I'll get the early release of Expeditions. I will definitely plan on streaming that on that Friday evening. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll take a few hours off work and stream it a little early. I could get it going. Oh, Miss Moon, if you're going to stream that on that Friday, I could follow up right after your stream doing that. Okay, we are gonna live. We're gonna live with some danger here, because danger is content. I gotta be sure I can read this. Turn on engine, fire up that Tega. How am I good? Oh, I got about a little over half tank on fuel. That could be better. I'm gonna wheel. No, I'm gonna. If I can get the right button. There we go. I'm gonna reel in Tega just a little bit. Tega's engine's on. We are off and running. This line is so long. Yeah, there's no way I can go the whole trip on this. There's no way I could do this whole trip without someone turning sideways. But I'm going to get us a head start here and get as far as we can go. Let me mark where I need to actually make a turn. Yeah, I need to turn right there. So you can follow this road over here that then climbs the mountain, runs along the ridge line, and then right down this little gully here. You can dip straight down to the road. You can cut out all of the marsh. You only have the tiniest bit of wet right there, right before it's the pavement. It's a great path choice, but not with these trailers. If you had a medium logging frame on your truck, I'd be willing to risk that for content purposes. I'd give it, I'd say a little better than 50-50 that it would make it. But there are a couple of tipsy points on that trip. Hey, everybody through? Everybody's through. It's a good looking conga line at least, but This is so dangerous. When I flip one... Oh, hang on, I'm checking. I got Coffee Monkey emotes. Did I miss a redeem somewhere? It's entirely possible that I might have managed to talk one through. I heard one a while ago, but I thought I did it. If I missed a hydrate KDP, you be sure to let me know. Don't you dare let me get away with anything. What kind of nemesis would allow me to take the slightest risk? Oh, for those that I might have missed earlier, extra sound effects provided by Sirenscape. There's my link. And in case the Sirenscape police are still watching, I have my attribution link in the About section below. I feel so official now. Now what I need, Steve, because I'm sure you're still paying attention, because it's the same time for you as it is for Miss Moon. I'm sure you're paying attention, and you need to know that I need more truckin' sounds. You got a good mix of horns. Especially the steam horn and the train horns are so good. Oh, that train is so good. Hang on, that one branch log thing is enough to stop the truck. Yeah, the physics is weird in this game. There you go. That one is sampled from this game. I don't remember which of the terrible trucks that little squeaky horn is from, though. Okay, well, apparently... Hang on. We have reached the point where the road train is no longer fully functional. I have to connect so that I can shut him down. Okay, looks like he's powered down. I guess I'm going to need to start winching already. Well, this is super embarrassing. Oh, also, he's definitely running low on fuel. Oh, I hate that I'm going to have to make a fuel run for these guys. Oh, man. This may come as a surprise to anybody who hasn't personally worked in the logging industry, like obviously I have, but this many logs? It's heavy as hell. So imagine that it's really tough to get through a field of mud with them. So I am going to go ahead and just start running this truck. Let's see how far we get with the fuel we've got. Neither one of these guys actually carries rooftop spare fuel, which is sad. It's a little bit of a bummer. I do have the Paystar all loaded up. It's still got, what, 1,500 liters in its giant oversized tank, so I may just buzz it over here, because it's got 103 wheel drive, and it's got a whole bunch of wheels, and it's got all of them tied to drive axles, so it shouldn't really have any problem with this mud. I'm pretty sure I didn't actually get around to changing its tires after the Jack of all trades pack came out. So we could technically have better tires, but, you know, we'll go with what we got. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take the shorter but muddier cut. Because that way's really rocky. And rocks mean flips. Where mud usually means poor progress. That tree tried to mess things up, but it's okay. You just buzz right through that tree. Get down into mudding. Oh, you need to pay attention. No, you honestly don't need to pay attention. I just assumed that if you spent the whole 100 Imperial credits on a hydration and I failed you, that you would need to immediately question my capabilities as a host. As rightly you should at that point. Is there really nothing? Oh, no, okay, I see what I'm looking for. Right there on the ground. That's a not very helpful tree, but it's the kind that doesn't break when you winch onto it. I have to be very careful, since I'm winching from the trailer, that I don't use it to pull the trailer sideways, because I've never done that before. So we can go the gear all the way back up. Ooh, 53 liters. Other fun observation, you know, I'm American, so liters don't exist unless you're buying soda in my life. But in this game, when I watch people stream it and they're playing with, you know, imperial measures, I see that they've got 53-gallon tanks, and all I can think is, oh my god, 53, that's nothing, because I got a 250-liter capacity here. And, oh, yeah, it's kind of about the same thing, I guess. I can't play this game in gallons. Suddenly the numbers mean nothing to me anymore. I have to play it in liters. I'm beginning to question my assessment that this guy obviously had better mud tires from the way that he kept crawling up my backside with that other truck. Because he's not doing great, although I suppose this time we do have logs in tow. It probably makes a difference, I guess. It also means that our fuel economy is crap. Which means it's not Scottish. Keep dancing. Okay, we'll get your wheel speed down. Oh, you are 100% going to run out of fuel before we get to the other side. But the closer you get, the less I got to drive with the Paystar. Steer the front wheels through that, and then we'll just let physics sort out how all of the trailing wheels actually come through. That looks like it worked out, though. Oh, hang on, you're appreciating bottles, but then my eyes fail me. The bottles that insist they're actually 15.9 ounces and are totally... Oh, yeah. I have definitely seen those, the bizarre numbers on things. And you go, yeah, that's because it's metric originally. Or the fun ones that you get in Europe that are... I don't know, I'm trying to make up some sort of number that might make sense. 279 milliliters of something. Why the hell would anyone make a bottle at 279 milliliters? It's because it's actually, I don't know, whatever ounces that works out to. I promised I wouldn't do math, so I'll say some numbers, but I'm not going to math them together. Ooh, that was rocking. That's kind of fun. The one spot that I was most concerned about things getting a little rocky and a little tippy is the one spot where we're going to risk running out of fuel while we do it. 'Cause that's the perfect opportunity to combine the worst things together. No, I guess we'll actually make it over in terms of fuel. One other item that does occur to me is there might be some small benefit to just stopping on solid ground before diving back into the water, just to make it a little easier on the Paystar to come and refuel us, and then get restarted afterward. Let's stop in. Let's see how far did we get? Oh yeah, we got a ways to go. Okay, so we're just gonna stop that one right there. Tega's only at 38% fuel. Let's see how far. We'll see how far he can get. Lights on. Beacon's on for safety. Alright, truck dude. Oh, you are off to doing some of your Overwatch. Well, bless your heart. That's my feeling on Overwatch, bro. For people who want to drink about a third of a liter. That's how I often find myself. My man, you know, like a 12-ounce can of soda, that's just too much. I wish I had an 11-ounce can. That's all I can drink. What are the mini cans? They do like 8? Pfft, even numbers, like losers. Smoochers! It's a sandwich thing if ever I've heard it. Well, that truck struggles to pull this hill. Let me see. Where are my sandwich emotes? Urgent sandwich, you need to go back to streaming. That way you'll show up higher on my list. Oh, there you go. There we go. Smoochers. Just in time for Valentine's Day. Man, I put a whole 35, maybe 45 seconds of planning into putting my Happy Valentine's Day logo on my start screen. I'm a total festival event kind of guy today, I guess. I don't have it anywhere else, though. I have found myself not really liking a lot of the, I call them green screen overlays that you can get. You know, they put like the little fun lights, they drape them across the top like Christmas lights and things. I think I'm just like overly picky or something when it comes to those. I think the ones that I end up finding just look kind of trashy. Like someone put in half effort. If I want half effort, I could do that myself. You know, at least half the time. I still need to finish planning out what I really want in terms of emotes and related things. You know, the emotes and badges. Those are the Twitch terms. And I don't know if you're still looking for supplementary income, Tonka. I'm gonna have to maybe make me some extra graphic stuffs. But damn myself for not knowing exactly what I want, what theme I want to work off of. Because I got another full year's worth of SnowRunner content coming now, because they're going to do the Year 4 pass. I've already pre-purchased it, as a matter of fact. And then Expeditions releases in just 2 weeks, 2 days, and 2 minutes, Nico. Oops, I accidentally got a Jedi greeter button. Oh, nope, I've lost focus. There. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Nico. So we've almost got some Expedition stuff coming out. I'm definitely going to be sticking with the truck motif for the foreseeable future. I like the RPG-ness of the tavern background that I've got going there, but I don't know what I want to do with it. There's so many things that I don't know. And that applies to absolutely every aspect of life. All I know is that I don't know a damn thing. But I did manage to get Rob added up to the auto greeter list. A little bit of progress, and I got the extra greeting sounds added for Chalissa. So hey Rob, if you're still hanging out, if you have a walk-up music selection you'd be interested in, let me know. I can get that added for you as well. I thought about giving you the I've got the an X-Files Redeemed setup that plays that theme. That one's a little long though. But I was thinking about using something along those lines for you to go with your Getting Spooky show. Okay, well, we're still mudding, and I think, even though this was my lead vehicle before, which means he should have been burning more fuel than the Voron was, he still seems to have more diesel in the tank than the Voron did at this point. him a little farther along. We'll leave the rest of that tree alone. It's done its due diligence. Let's just keep driving. Luckily, I came into today's stream being fairly confident that I had zero shot at completing more than this one task, just because I knew that it was going to be a lot of slow driving because of all of the lumber. So far, should be able to make it with only a little bit of overtime. I don't really have extra plans going on today. Master Jedi and I, we do have a sick friend. We're putting together a little care package we're going to drive over. We just had to decide whether we were going to do it tonight during the winter weather emergency, or if we were going to do it sometime tomorrow. So, if that was going to happen, I don't want to stream till 9 p.m. But then I'll get hangry before then anyway, so that wouldn't matter. But I can go a little long. But I definitely want to get filling space completed. But I am going to be sure to save everybody gets a log for KDP. Even if that means I gotta do a Friday stream to get it worked out of my system before then. Actually, what I'm going to do off stream tonight and tomorrow night is going to be working on the other 3 tasks that I have sitting out there on the Oviro Hills map. One of them needs 2 units of cellulose that are actually on the ground at the observatory over on that same map. So all I need is a truck with a 2-slot bed. One of them needs vehicle spare parts, which I actually don't have any on that map, so I got to bring it with me on the said 2-slot bed. And then one of them, I don't remember what the other one needs, but it's a little more cargo related. Okay, let's run over. We're going to do this the easier way. Paystar! Welcome to the party, pal! That's my Bruce Willis impersonation for you. You are welcome. What do we have? Oh man, that's a whole bunch of text. I'm going to need the old man glasses for this one here. With regard to the weather emergency, is it okay to start panicking now? Or will I be hopelessly unprepared if I haven't been panicking for hours by now? I believe officially the cold weather shelters, and honestly based on Portland politics and the way things work here, the real reason for declaring the emergency is because that's required in order to open the cold weather shelters. There is a gigantic, I think they call it a houseless population here in the Portland area that are very, very much not used to temperatures being below 40. So there has to be a declared emergency in order for them to open the otherwise unavailable shelters for people to use to not freeze to death outside. So that's what the real emergency is all about. They officially are going to open the shelters in another 15 minutes. So if you want to get a head start on panicking, you can do so now, and you won't be too far behind the curve. Okay, all-wheel drive is on. I have seen a couple of the weather stations are going full fearmonger mode, and they're warning about the possibility of snow. The possibility is approximately 0% chance, but that's good enough for them to go for the full panic. The eastern side of the state, that could definitely get snow over there, because that is the completely different side of the state. And there's the whole, Cascade Mountains and things over there that are higher elevation and colder and such. But yeah, it's not going to snow here, but it would be sucking cold, sure. 'Cause, I mean, my coffee has reduced its temperature a little faster than normal, so that's enough for me to declare an emergency. That'd be nice if we could help people outside of emergencies. Oh, wouldn't it though? But no, we can't. Oregon is a decidedly, well, it's a decidedly blue state, although if you look at it on a map, it's, yeah, if you look at it in a heat map view, there's 2 or 3 really big blue dots, and then a bajillion little red dots. The blue dots are significantly larger in total capacity, so the state tries to do a little more than some others to be helpful, but it's the complete lack of cohesive organization that causes the real problem. Back a month ago, so it was around January 15th, there was an actual legitimate cold snap. The low temperature was 12 here at my house, which is why Master Jedi and I coincidentally timed. We took a 4-day trip down to the South Oregon coast where it was in the low 50s the whole time. It was so nice. We were worried the pipes might burst here in the house because it actually got that cold, and houses here are not built with appropriate insulation for that. Ours didn't, so that worked out really well. But yeah, it was cold for 4, 5, 6 days in a row. They actually closed those shelters down because the temperature got up to 33 degrees. And that's what led to today's emergency declaration, was everyone saying, you know what, that was actually a really bad plan of organization that we have. Maybe we should not do that in the future. But we haven't had time to rewrite the rules yet. But there's no rule that says that we can't just declare an emergency because we feel like it, so let's do that. So that's what they did today. Cold enough to close the windows and turn the heat on? Oh my god, when I was in college, living off campus in an apartment with a friend, off campus there in Boulder, Master Jedi, girlfriend Jedi at the time, came over once and questioned the fact that I was planning to spend the evening with my bedroom window open while it was literally blizzarding out. I was getting ready to take her home, so I was getting ready to go grab some stuff out of my room, and she happened to notice that I had left the window open and said, oh hey, I'll wait while you go close that. And I go, no, I leave that open because it gets too hot otherwise. And that's when we both realized just how broken I am. But it worked out anyway. She made me popcorn. I still haven't eaten out in as much of it because without sending a bunch to Dan and Shalissa so that we could all have popcorn together, it's just not as much fun. And you will definitely not catch Master Jedi streaming a snack stream, although she would be more than happy to tune in to almost any. Which reminds me, I have some devious plans ahead. Very, very devious. I'm only going to tease you with them, though. At this point. Later on, I'll tease you mercilessly with other things. And then eventually I'll actually do the plans. But for now, I'm just going to tease you mercilessly with that. Because, what else do I have to do while I'm driving this 10, 2, 4, 6, that's 12, 14-wheel truck full of gas through the swamp? See, where I'm going to get super clever with this is I've driven this over here to fuel these guys up, but he doesn't have a trailer, so I can just recover him right back to the garage, which side effect will also refill his tank later. And so then these guys will be able to get refueled at the garage as long as I don't roll this thing in the mud. Keep fighting it here. I'm going to downshift. I'm a little nervous about stopping. That's probably good right there. Okay. Let me take these off so I can read the right menu. Refuel. Yep, the Voron wants it. Drink up, laddie. Oop, I hear knockback. Hey, XC, welcome back in. Good news for you is that I'm definitely not going to be shutting down in 10 minutes like I might normally kind of aim for, because I got logs to deliver, man, and we ran out of fuel, so that made it take a little bit longer. The town warehouse sleeps for no man. We have a ton of lumber, actually a couple of tons worth of lumber to have to deliver here. Fuel tank, Tega load up. Oh, the Tega's actually got a much larger tank. That's why he didn't struggle quite as much. Okay, here's a lesson that I learned in doing that stupid contest that took me 8 hours to finish. let me get this other truck the hell out of the way. Back down to the Voron. Fire up. Oh, no, I didn't mean to turn off the beacons. Oh, terrible. Okay, now we're safe. There's a good combo. And we are back off and running. Yeah, too cheap to pay for the ferry, which, technically speaking, probably would have already had both of these delivered if I'd done that. But I'm too cheap. We're driving it through the mud because that is how we roll. I am reconsidering the fact that if I had stuck with a slightly risky but decidedly drier route that actually met up with the pavement, I wouldn't have had to drive through as much swamp. And for a brief moment of risk, probably would have been a better choice. But my life is about making snap decisions the wrong way and then living with the consequences. So, welcome to my life. Where did I, oh, okay, here's my glasses. Damn it, where did I set my glasses down? I can't see my glasses without my glasses. Oh, yeah, that thing going on, I've run into that a lot with Twitch lately. I've even gotten the big black screen with the red bar that says, yeah, something's screwed up, you need to reload now. But I've still had audio playing in the background, and that's not supposed to happen on that particular window, so... Twitch be cray-cray. You know what the kids say. Actually, I'm pretty sure the kids don't say that anymore. But, you know, how would I know? But yeah, let me check. I got green markers there. Got green. Yeah, I got green markers everywhere. So at least for a change from my end, it thinks the stream is going well. I had a long stretch where Xfinity was screwing me around with the connectivity. I was paying for a higher speed, getting a lower speed, but I was on a really good rate plan, so I didn't care. And then that rate plan ended, and there was no equivalent promotion that I could move to anymore. So I started having to pay quite a bit more money for officially a lower bit rate, but I actually got the rate that I was paying for a change, so it ended up being faster. But as a side effect to all of that, it became a little more stable. So my streams have definitely gotten easier for me to deal with in the meantime. So hopefully they're a little easier on everybody else too. Okay, this is where the better life path would have met up anyway. This is one of the crappy turns right here. We get muddy. First thing you've eaten all day. Oh god. Ooh, microwave pasta bowl, nice. I'm not sure what the Jedi plans for dinner are. It depends on whether we go ahead and run the care package over to our sick friend tonight or not. If we do that, ain't nobody got time to make dinner around here then. Especially if I stream a little closer to 6:30 instead of 6 my time. Then we probably wouldn't be back until 7:30 or 8, and I'm an old man now. I don't know if I want to be like the kids and eat at 10, 11 o'clock at night, so we would probably stop and just get something real quick like to deal with. If we don't do that, and decide to actually make something at home, I don't know that either of us has really put any thought into what that might be quite yet. So we may have a dinner conundrum coming up. I believe the popcorn solution from Master Jedi earlier in the stream was a temporary stopgap. Buy us the flexibility to make game time decisions later on. And these logs are making this a struggle. Since I am moving forward, I'm a little hesitant to put the winch on anything quite yet. Oh no, we're climbing out. There's dry land right over there. Keep it going. Stress sick. Dry. Oh my god. Yeah. If you're dry heaving, you definitely don't want to put anything in there because then it turns into wet heaving. I'm probably putting way too much thought into this now, but yeah, if you dry heave enough, that can cause its own problems. And maybe a little wet heave on top can sometimes help. I don't know. For the record, you may not believe this, I am not a doctor. Aside from that, regardless, you should never listen to a thing I say. I make up things, I blatantly lie, I tell abject mistruths, and sometimes I just talk because the truck's going so damn slow that something needs to be happening through the speakers other than rumble, rumble, rumble. Okay, we're gearing up. We're ready to fly now. Now, granted, there is more water on the other side of this hill, but at least there's a hill. Look at me, I'm up to, well, okay. I got all the way up to second gear briefly, but we're right back now. 100% at Season 12. Nice, congratulations. I am working my way there. The last time I looked at it, I think I was at 49%, but that was a couple of days ago. I've been putting in hours. Definitely going to be above that right now, but you know, I will check to see where I am. I am close to done with the tasks. My MO is generally I like to run around. I like to do the discovery first. You know, just tour all of the maps, open stuff up, hit all the watchtowers, do that good stuff. While I'm doing that, I like to start working on some of the infrastructure repairs, get the bridges and roadblocks all cleared up and operational again. And then I start to work through the tasks. I like to burn through all of the tasks because a lot of those end up being tied to the infrastructure repairs too. Although I've noticed in more recent seasons, they've started putting a lot more of that into the contracts as well. And then I would go through, I would do the contracts, and once upon a time I would usually save the contests until about the last. The last few seasons I've been trying to knock the contests out early, because they're, well, you know, until this one I was of the mind that there are two kinds of contests in SnowRunner. The kind that give you a time limit that you could pretty easily on your first try finish with at least an extra minute to spare. So they're kind of fun, actually. And then there's the kind that the time limit is tight. And it kind of takes 3 or 4 shots maybe sometimes to actually get through. But you can see your time improve every time. You can see where a line can be kind of tightened up, or you get a better shortcut and you work through it. With this map, then I discovered there's the kind, and there was a little bit on Season 8 actually, where there is a thing with an insanely short time frame that I honestly don't know how you're supposed to do it, aside from getting some literal lucky bounces with your truck. The what is it is the How was I going fast enough for damage? So, what is it is the name of the contest on... it's not this map, but it's in this region. It's over on Oviro... Is it on Oviro Hills? Or is it on, no, it's on Flatland. I spent... officially, I tallied it all up. It was 7 hours and 45 minutes. Driving up the hill, racing down the hill. I bitched about this one a little earlier in the stream. I'm going to do it again because I was just that pissed about it. 7 hours and 45 minutes to finally manage to bounce that stupid truck across the finish line. My first try at it, it was a 1:40 time limit. My first time through, 2 minutes 55 seconds. And I was seeing improvements of 10 or 15 seconds at a time as I was doing it. I finally found... Oh, okay, he already turned his beacons back on. I finally found a video someone to put up on YouTube. They were actually doing it instead of... You know, normally for my fast truck stuff, I would use this Tega here with the freeway transmission on it. But I found someone who did it. They managed to clear it with 3 seconds to spare, so 1:37, with a Lodestar. I thought, oh, that's actually kind of genius, because it's got that nice wide base. It has some good speed to it. I kind of see why they did it, and as it turns out, it's light enough, but not too light. So I tried it a couple of times with some of the other Scout vehicles, and they were a little slow churning through the mud because there was a lot of mud on that course, but they bounced like Jack Russell Terriers, and it was impossible to keep one straight enough to actually make the course. The Tataran did it just fine, but it was so slow, it was never going to make it in 1:40. But the Lodestar has enough weight that it kept it from bouncing. It had good enough tires that it did okay in the mud, but it was still light enough, unlike the Tega here, that you could get a little bit of a bounce, and I was able to take advantage of that, not through any skill, but just through random chance, to get me through 2 out of the 4 mud obstacles that you have to clear. And I actually ended up doing a minute 34 on my one run with it. But as soon as I switched to the Lodestar, immediately my times dropped from 2 minutes plus to a minute 41 to a minute 45. I was just coming in short. But I could do it over and over and over again, and without the lucky bounce, it just wasn't improving. And about 3 hours in, I had the run that was gonna make it because I had the 2 lucky bounces I needed. And then I had a 3rd bounce. The final sweep coming around a corner, there's a light grassy hill, kind of like this one here. And the road goes around the edge, but I hit a little rock and it pivoted me so I was pointed straight up and over the top of the hill. And that would have worked fine because there was a rock on the hill, but it was not in the center. I was going to miss it. In fact, it was probably going to take a little bit of time off of my time. And I was going to clear it by 2, maybe 3 seconds if the bump actually worked out well for me. But I crested the hill, and by me complaining about the pace start earlier, it's because I had a truck that I had tried that run in earlier and failed miserably. I pulled it off the road and parked it in the middle of that hilly grass patch because it was out of the way of the middle of the road and could never possibly be a problem for me. And I hammered straight into it T-bone style. Stopped me cold in my tracks. And Master Jedi was sleeping on the end of the couch over here, so I very, very quietly rage quit. I gracefully exited to the start menu. I shut down the application on the Switch. I put the Switch to sleep through the command system, manually turned off the monitor. This is me turning off the power button at the bottom of the monitor, not doing a filthy gesture. And then I let out an audible, and I went to bed. But then I came back the next night, and I dove into it head first. I was aiming for the lucky bounce, which is probably a terrible way to do that, but that's how I was rolling. I got the 2 bounces over the mud. I did not have the extra bounce at the end, but by that point, I left the truck there because it was my recovery vehicle for when I would flip something, but I pulled it farther ahead off of that hill. So I intentionally went over the hill, discovered it was a little bit faster with a little bit grip than sticking to the muddy ruts, and I finished that bad boy 6 seconds under. I stood up off of Butter Couch, threw my hands in the air. I hit the video record button on the Switch, so I have the last 30 seconds of the run recorded for posterity. I made sure that the game saved itself properly, and then I made a party pizza. I don't really know what I did. I didn't eat anything, but I did have an impromptu celebration. Master Jedi was still working upstairs, so I didn't get to celebrate with her, but that was a pinnacle moment there. I'm done with that damn contest. Do the racing ones when you're exploring the map. Wait till it's fully explored and repaired to do the delivery ones. Oh, that's fascinating, because that's the exact opposite of the way that I do them. I save the racing, even now, I still save the racing ones for last. There are some of the racing ones that are fine. But so that was actually a new category of the contest for me. The ones that make me hate the game briefly. And so far, that's been the only one that's made me hate the game for a while. The only other one close that took me more than just the 4 or 5 tries was the one back in Grand Harvest where you start at the kind of broken over tower at the top of a hill, and you have to race down the hill. That's just a very slight bend, but it has a couple of broken trees across it. And then there's a trio of streams at the bottom that you have to ford your way through, and the finish line is just on the other side. But you've got something really stupid like a minute 20, minute 15 to do the whole thing. It's crazy. And that's another one where, yeah, I did it the 5 or 6 times, and I was kind of close, but I just wasn't going to do it the way that I had stuff configured. And I found a YouTube video, and the trick for that one, rather than getting the lucky bounce, was a guy rigged up a twin steer and discovered that the twin steer, because you didn't need to turn very much at all, the twin steer was fine. So you didn't have to risk turns, you didn't have to really risk much in the way of flips. But it had the long enough wheelbase that when you got down to the little riverlets, it was long enough that it never put all of its wheels at once into the muddy water. So it could keep charging ahead at near full speed, and that's what made the speed difference on that run. And so yeah, once I saw that video, I ran back real quick, configured up a twin steer, and did it on the first try. I hadn't reached the rage quit point on that one yet, so I've only had the rage quit the one time. It made me introduce a new category to my contest performance. Oh, that's right. I don't have to watch the truck behind me because we're not actively towing 2 trucks yet. We will get there, though, once I've gotten this one back to the garage and we do a quick refueling. I doubt I'll be able to tow all of the way into the warehouse in town, but I can go a long way there because it's going to be paved at least half the way. So we'll see. Maybe I can get this one wrapped up in the next 20-30 minutes here. And then I've got 3 tasks left on Oviro Hills. So I'll probably do those tonight and early tomorrow while I'm off stream. I'm saving everybody gets a log for you, KDP. That way I can ensure that you get a log as well. Not one of these logs, though. You gotta get... I'll get you a different log. And, yeah, I may have to stream on Friday just so I can get that one out of my system now that I've got it stuck in my head. Tomorrow is my last early day at work. It is it's a cross-team demo meeting, and it includes one of the teams that we have that's based out of India. So it's really early on the morning for me here on the West Coast, and it's kind of late at night for them in Bangalore. I'm the only person on my team in this time zone, not counting the manager, but he often doesn't go anyway. So it means I got to be up early tomorrow for that one. But Friday I can finally go back to a normal meeting. The one guy that was on this team by himself before I got hired in, and now the other new guy that they bought me, he's hired in to start helping out too. He is on 4 days of vacation now. My manager, I think he might actually be coming back from his vacation tomorrow. So there might actually be someone that I'll have to talk to on Friday, but Friday should be a pretty seriously light day for me. Ooh, he is so slow to start. But there we go. He took the express lane back to the garage. So we can go do a quick refueling over here. Ooh, you do that tough turn. Refuel. So, me and my damn old eyes. Yeah, he actually didn't use all that much fuel to get to this point. It was the earlier drives that were killers. Let's see if I can kind of leave him parked slightly out of the way over here. Engine doesn't need to be running for this. Voron is topped up. I am going to go back to leading with the Tega, because the Tega's got the bigger fuel tank. Swing wide so that I don't do the fun thing where the trailers sideswipe each other. And I pay just not enough attention that it makes one of them flip the other over. Although at least I'm parked right in front of the garage, so I very quickly could go grab my good old Cat CT681, my recovery vehicle. Have him come out with the logging. Oop, I'm gonna start him up. With the logging claw to come fix things. You gonna winch in at all here? There you go, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna drive from a little farther back here, just so I can keep an eye on the Voron's cab. Can't quite see his trailer, but I think while I'm on this paved section, I don't think it's going to be much of a risk. It's a small gamble. It's a gamble I'm willing to take here. Now, if I drop the camera to the bottom, I can't quite see the front edge of the trailer. Oh, I can see the trailer right there. Well, briefly. I think because it was leaning, so I probably don't want to be able to see the trailer right there. It just worked out. Let's keep rumbling. Oh, we're getting so close. Yep, I can taste it. I can taste filling space victory coming. I've got horns ready. I've got victory fanfares. I've even got fireworks ready. There's going to be such a celebration in town when these two bad boys come rolling in. It's like we're the savior of town. I honestly don't remember why they wanted all of these logs. I know there was just a complaining that they were clear-cutting the land to put in the electrical substation. And they had a bunch of logs from it. They sent some to the lumber mill, but they had a bunch of others lying around, so hey, there's 2 over there, but could you bring me 4? Because they're jerks. But I don't know why they wanted them. I don't know if the warehouse is going to load up on logs, or if they're going to use it to maybe build an expansion onto the warehouse. Maybe when I deliver, they'll actually tell me what they're doing with it. Yeah, this is the part where I've done a little testing, and honestly, typically, driving these 2 trucks separately through here is actually a little bit faster than towing them together. But this way, I only got to drive this section once. I don't know, whatever. Once we get to the mud and rocks, I will definitely drive them separately from that point, so we'll get a little mix of each.
Hold on to your butt.
Yep, it's a real whirlwind here. Okay, I'm gonna stay committed to one thing for a change. It's not normally how I play, but I'm gonna commit myself to this. The pipe? Is it a pipe factory? There's some sort of factory with a crafting station over here. It's not far away, and it's just beyond that where the pavement ends. That's where these 2 are going to separate. Then I will do the quicker drive. Not a fast drive, but a quicker drive the rest of the way separately. I thought about changing tactic, but I'm not going to. I'm committed. I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. Because I could just take the Tega in the lead here, and instead of winching the Voron with the attached logging trailer, I could just winch the logging trailer and go. I was able to do it with the Tatarin earlier. It survived just fine. I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong, but it would totally go wrong. It would get ugly. There are a couple of spots where I don't think the long train like this, whether the Voron's in the middle or not, is really going to work. And yeah, besides, we're at the factory. The rock slide area is just right up here. Got the rocks cleared, but they're still going to make bounces happen. It's going to be a problem. No one wants that. I'm definitely good on fuel. That's not going to be a problem the rest of the way. We only needed the Paystar to help on that return trip. It's because I did a long swamp trip in both directions without refueling. If I had really planned ahead, there was a trailer store right over there next to the electrical substation. I could have just gone and bought a fueler trailer and saved a couple of minutes, but Paystar didn't do too badly on its own getting over there. And then the quick recovery back to the garage fixed everything. I am going to take the Voron as far down as the edge of the water, and this is where we are going to split ways. I don't want to risk doing a tow through these little medium-sized boulders here. Shut them down, disconnect, and change camera up here. This is where the raised suspension really comes in handy. Otherwise, it is way too easy to high center on one of these things. If you got to back up with one of these trailers in tow, you've just tripled your jeopardy. And not in the fun way where you win cash and prizes. A little deep on the right-hand side there. Again, because I have a tippy trailer in tow, I'm not going to take the shortcut here. Is it this one? Yeah, actually, maybe it's the... Well, no, it's too late. Maybe the other shortcut is the one where... No, that's it. You got to make that kind of tight turn onto a little bit of a shelf road. And I'm a little worried about the back end of this trailer not quite making it onto that shelf, but dragging through the water. And dragons love spilling lumber. That's a long time RPG city. Anyone who grew up playing D&D or anything like that, you're used to that. Dragons are lumber barons. So we're just gonna swing around the outside, around the outside. Oh, geez. Okay, that gets a little deep on the left this time. Everybody downshift. Everybody, oh, be careful with those logs. Oh, don't spill them now. Oh, this is why I didn't tow. Okay, we're stable again. Everybody here is fine. We're all fine here. That was a little spectral laughter because I came through quietly. Let's get you turned back up right here. All part of the plan. I know it. The part where I threatened to turn my trailer sideways just for entertainment value. So tell you what, at this stage, if I turn one of these trailers sideways, that's probably where we're going to have to end the stream for the night, because now I'm far enough away from the garage that a rescue operation is going to be a moderate investment in time. I'm getting a little low on it. Okay, let me make sure I'm in a good low gear here. This one, I think the shortcut is actually a little safer than going the long cut. There's more mud, so it's a little more of a challenge. but it keeps me away from the little rock platform you gotta drive. The logs are trying to make this a little extra difficult, though. Keep turning. Okay, there you go. Oh, we're almost lined up where I want to be. There we go. Front wheel's pulling up. And a little bit of lean in the trailer, but I don't think it's too bad. Nope, I actually didn't mean to go down. I meant to shift up. This is our final water crossing. Last little bit of mud. Once we are up on pavement. No, I'm gonna go. I'll grab the Voron and pull that over here together, and then we will tow our way into town together, celebrating our grand victory in style. I do want to knock down this barricade because screw barricades. They can't tell me where to go. Knocking it sideways is good enough. Let's stop you. Let's come grab the Voron. So much easier just to grab it off the list. Hey, good for me. I left the beacons on. I just have to turn headlights back on. Maximum safety. Let the rocks slow me down a little bit so that I don't get too carried away with the trailer. I think he's actually been doing better in the mud for me, in most cases, than the Tega has. A little bit of a hole, so let's go straight through that. A little lucky. Hit a puddle that slowed me down before I could bounce the logs into their own little mud hole. Shortcut runs off to the left. I am going to stick with the long cut with this one too. Take the shortcut on the next big mud hole. We're definitely going faster than the Tega was, which is a little frightening with this trailer. Probably ought not be here. We finally have to downshift a little. Deep is on the right there. And then it's on the left right here. So avoid those. Stay pretty level right this way. Okay. I think this log, if it doesn't crush away, at least it stays low. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, we're cooking. We're cooking. What really does it is the horns that got mounted up there on the hood. Everyone knows that you don't mess with a truck with horns. Even if it's that horn. That's a poor horn. I don't like that horn. Maybe that's why I haven't driven the Voron much until very recently. One of the other shortcuts is if you just drive straight through here over to that little island mass. It's not going to work with this trailer, but with most other applications that actually works really well. You don't have to fight your way around this side of this tree. This particular case, though, I actually do want to be on this side of the street. See how the Voron's mud tires do through this little stretch as compared to the Tega's. Don't want to tuck up too tight to the island itself, because I'm a little worried about tip risk. I would like to get a little closer than I did with the Tega, just so the mud's not quite as deep. Downshift, yeah. Oh, hey, there we go. Now we're getting some grip. Look, there's the Tega just right there. Looking to have the same issue with trying to climb this bit of a hill, though. It's a lot of up to have to push. Oh, there we go. Oh, a quick upshift. Gave it a little goosing. Everyone loves a little goose. Until Mav kills him. Sorry, a little Top Gun trauma there. I'm over it, though. Back wheels out, and I can release the clutch, go back into auto. Yeah. Instantly downshift anyway. It's fine, whatever. You drive the way you want to drive. Pull you up, set the brake. Change trucks, fire up. Let me get the winch going, and then let me go do a quick chat check. Okay, we're off and pulling. But, oh no, KDP, it's work time. I'm so sorry. That's okay. It's almost not working time here. We're about to shut these trucks down. I just got to make a couple of bends into town, deliver these logs, and then it's Miller time. Which is funny, because we got a friend, Miller, who does a stream. He goes by the name Miller Time. Weirdly enough, it's not a coincidence. And whether or not I'm going to stream again on Friday will depend on how many ants I find in my pants when it comes time to getting everybody a log. Oh, good, I got that. I got that stupid barricade. I hate you, barricade. One still has their logs. And trying to get the front end of that trailer in scope. Nope, can't quite do it. This road train's just a little too long. I wonder if I can make this turn. I'm gonna try. It would be appropriately lame if I was to crash out here and now and then just have to end the stream that way, but it would give us all something to talk about for a while. Driving engagement, and actually it looks like I, without too much trouble, might actually make this turn. Wow, okay. Hey, gas station, we'll be back for you later. Fortunately, with off-stream time, I've got 3 logging trailers over here now, and I only need 1. And I've got that stupid red wagon over there by the gas station door. Gotta get the hell rid of that thing. So I got 3 trailers I gotta sell off. That's even more boring than driving logs across mud, is driving empty trailers across mud. So that I'll take care of that off-stream. Cargo management. That's cargo management. Thank you. 3 logs delivered. I'm gonna disconnect now before anything unfortunate can happen with that last trailing dude. Stop engine. Change truck. Oh, see, if I'd gone towing him, He might have clipped that guardrail and then just flipped purely out of obstinance. It's even thinking about it now. Hang on, I gotta downshift. All I gotta do is get the nose of my truck in here and I can do the delivery. The wheels don't fail me now. This is risky, I'm going backwards. Boom, cargo management. Medium logs, delivery number 4. Let me get ready to hit my celebration buttons. Boom! Give me the next one. I'm taking them both. You want something else confirmed. And a toilet for some reason. That's a zero waste approach right there. I gotta say, those logs caused us some real trouble. How? The guys at the sawmill are swamped, but the town really needed to fill the warehouse. I guess we were filling the warehouse with wood. So 16.5, that is a ton of cash for this mission. Finally, it's a high-paying mission that actually kind of validates itself. 1400 is good XP, as long as I'm here. Oh, they turned 4 medium loads of logs into 8 medium planks. No more, no less. Not an infinite supply, just that much supply. Let me switch views. So, hey, congratulations, me/us. One task, no, that's actually one contract completed today. Getting a little ahead of myself, but I have a whole bunch of my spreadsheet that I can now delete out because the Pine Line Bay, those 2 log trailers at the medium logs each, boom, delivered. I delete those right off of my list. On this map, I still have 4 containers of fuel that I accidentally purchased, but they have a destination in mind. It is a contract I have to unlock first, though, so those are sitting. I have 1 concrete slab sitting at the concrete warehouse. That's the one at the end of the pavement. And then at the port, there are 8 consumables that came in on a ship. Well, that's kind of fun. Go deal with those later. Oviro Hills has the 3 houses that have bricks, some metal beams, and some wooden planks kind of scattered around. I got a ton of wooden planks. I don't think I have to go to the sawmill for anything. And then in the reactive zone, oh, hey, there's the other trailer. I got to delete that trailer off because that's the one that I grabbed. Okay, and I delete that one too. There is a warehouse that has there are 2 warehouses there. They got a ton of stuff each. Concrete slabs, metal rolls, metal beams, service spare parts. No vehicle spare parts. That's one thing. That's one of the other tasks I'm going to go ahead and do off stream. Need some vehicle spare parts. I'm going to have to go find those independently, I guess, and go track those down. So thank you, everybody, for coming to visit today. Saturday is going to be Sea of Weekends, Sea of Saturdays, whatever I'm calling it now. Going to go back to Legend of Grimlock Rock. For Carl, we're going back to Legend of Grimlock. It's Rock. It's Grimrock. It's probably Grimrock. Friday, I can't totally commit to it, but I would like to come back and do some more. I'm pointing at the TV, by the way. I'm going to do some more SnowRunner on stream then, especially if I can get back around to doing the log mission and make sure that KDP gets her obligatory log. And yeah, everybody in chat gets a free log when I finally complete that contract. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm just reread KDP here. Let me put these back on now that I'm back to just looking at this one monitor here. Before I go tonight, let me go see. Is there anyone else actively streaming SnowRunner right now that we can raid into? Nope, it doesn't look like it. So instead, I'm going to play you a little bit of the disco music. I'm going to wave goodbye. I'm going to give you a goodbye screen. The goodbye screen doesn't have the Happy Valentine's Day. So everyone who missed it in the intro, you're on your own recognizance. Go have a happy or not Valentine's Day. I am neither your Valentine nor your mother. So you go deal with you on your own. And I will talk to everybody in a couple of days. So, bye.